Well, continuing on here with our PDRA TV Winter Series shop tours, we have made our way to Mooresville, North Carolina, and we have caught up with a young man by the name of Matt. Well, welcome aboard. You've got a fabulous operation going on here. Tell me about it.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Well, we do everything from the Pro Mod stuff to the Turbo Pro Mod. We'll do Comp Eliminator, Top Fuel, and we even do truck pulling, and we have heads made specifically for truck pulling and things of like sprint cars and things like that also.
You've had involvement in this sport, I mean, your entire life. Your father at one time was a Top Fuel driver, am I right?
Yeah, so I've been fortunate. You know, growing up in the Detroit area, I kind of knew what I was going to do. My dad raced Top Fuel from the time I was 12 years old, first on the sand, and then later, you know, with associations with Dick LaHaye, you know, he went Top Fuel racing.
Yeah. I remember all those days, man. Those were the good old days. You got that cylinder head right there, which appears to be a Pro Mod head. You got what appears to be a small block Chevrolet head, and then you got this brand new piece over here. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that one we're pretty proud of. That's a billet small block Chevy, and you know, one thing we've done is that, you know, we're the only manufacturer in the country that guarantees the flow numbers. You know, we'll supply them, we do guarantee them, and that little small block head 400 bore space flows 495 CFM and 295 in the exhaust, and we've made as much as at 399 inches. We've made as much as 1157 with it, with just two carburetors and no power adders. So 2.9 something per cube.
So what would you do with it? That type of cylinder head, would that be Comp Eliminator, or what would it be?
Yeah, that could be Comp Eliminator, but that can be for all the outlaw racing too. It can be for everything. So we can do it with or without water for the turbo guys. We can put soft chambers in it for the nitrous guys and the turbo guys. So and we can keep the quench in it for the Comp Eliminator guys and people like that also.
Very cool. Can't help but see it. It looks like you got your own valve guide machine going on right here. I mean, there's not very many folks that have an opportunity to have one of those in the house all the time.
Yeah, we're pushing our second one. We're hoping to be here in the next month. We're hoping, but this is a new and Epoch. It's a $140,000 machine, and all it does is valve jobs. But it's worth every cent of it. It's certainly since we purchased it, we haven't done a valve job on the 30 since we purchased it. Your concentricity goes to 2/10 instead of a 2/1000, and it's all programmable. So what it mainly does is helps with R&D.
Right.
So we can do R&D quickly because, as you can see, he's programming it right there, and we can change radiuses on the fly. We can change angles, the length of the widths, the lengths and the widths of the angles, and that helps us stay ahead of everyone. I mean, that's what we have to do to stay in business, is stay ahead of everyone.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit more about your history. I know you've spent some time in the Ypsilanti area there, and you've kind of been like me. You've kind of been here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I've been fortunate, and I think a lot of it is because of my dad, you know, growing up like that. I went to work, after I left working for my dad and I was 18, I went to work for Sam Giannino in the Detroit area, and he used to race Pro Stock, and I was there 4 months, and he made me his only full-time employee. And for him to take a risk when I was 18 years old like that is, I look back, that's quite a blessing.
Yeah.
And he really taught me a lot, and he taught me a lot about everything, and very, very fortunate. And then from there, I got recruited by Tim Richards, and I went to work on Chuck Etchel's first 4-second funny car.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Topeka, Kansas, wasn't it?
Yep. So I got to be involved with that, that was amazing. And then later with Tommy DeLago, got to be the first 3-second funny car. So I was involved with that too, which you know, I'm proud of that. You know, proud to be around them. But after Giannino's or after that, I left Chuck's. I went to Coletta's for 5 years, and that was a big deal. You know, working for people like Dick LaHaye and Ed McCullough and Connie. That's certainly, it's a way of thinking that really helped me.
Yeah.
And
the guys that have the right demeanors to be around.
Yeah, the right demeanors and people that push you, and they push you hard. I will tell you, Dick LaHaye pushed me hard. But you're very, very fortunate that way. And then I got to the point at Coletta's. I was like, I either had to go on the road and become like I was going to become a crew chief, and I just didn't like the road.
Right.
So I moved down to North Carolina and went to work for Joe Gibbs Racing for about 2.5 years, and then I started this up.
Oh, very nice. So you've been in business for yourself then how long?
About 14 years.
Really? Yep. And you have developed a lot of stuff in 14 years. Jimmy, you could probably pan around and look around. You got some of the best equipment money can buy. Now, listen, I'm no brain surgeon, but tell me about what that machine right there does. I think is it not a balancer for cranks or no? What is it?
No, that's for mainly it's for doing seat and guide work. And
I was real close on that.
until the new and Epoch came along, this was the machine to have. There was nothing better to do valve jobs on and seat and guide work. But now all we do use it for is it's more of a glorified drill press is what we use it for now, which is just sad. But yeah, we're fortunate that we've been able to purchase the right machinery.
That's cool. Let's take a little stroll around here as Jimmy continues to kind of move around. And I got to say that, you know what, in this particular case, and I've said this a number of times in the auto body business, if I had it to do over again, I probably wouldn't have tried to have gotten as big as I am today with regard to size, personnel, that type of thing. This is the perfect ultimate shop in my mind right here.
Yeah, we're not too big, and we're driven by R&D and being creative. That's what we like to do the most, and that goes for all of us here. Like I said, we do all these projects together. They're not just my project; they're our projects, and the guys take pride in that. And we're very, very fortunate, and they, we just like doing the R&D, and we like creating, and we're getting better at that. And that's the biggest part for us is getting the CAD work done and getting everything finished so it's able to machine. That's always, I think that's all of our hiccups that are in this industry. That's always the bottleneck.
Right. All right, so let's take a quick look at this hemispherical head that is your own design, and man, look at that thing. It's like a diamond.
Yeah, we developed that for the Top Fuel teams, and with our interest with my dad in Top Fuel and everything, it was something that certainly both of us he wanted me to do, and so we did it. We were fortunate to work with Tommy DeLago on this project when he was crew chief for Matt Hagan in his first championship. And the first time the Army car put it on, I think it was 2011, Second Vegas, they reset the mile-an-hour record by 7 miles an hour. So it was something that we were real proud of, to do that, to make a move at 7 miles an hour. I don't think a gain's been made like that since they went to a big fuel pump in 1978 or whatever. It doesn't get talked about much, but the important people know, and that's all that matters. And they continue to win championships because all these designs are in all the DSRs, so the Don Schumacher cars. So it's in those 7 cars, and Tim Wilkerson runs it, and it keeps us going, and we enjoy it.
That's really cool. And then to stand back and look at to me it looks like a small block. No, maybe it isn't either. Is it?
That's this is a nostalgia deal. These are actually Steve Sanchez heads right here.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, from Total Flow, and he's a personal friend of ours. But
yeah.
These are his, and really the heads are just here because we're just going to port the manifold for him. That's all they're here for.
Great guy, Steve is, I tell you. Yeah, I ran one of them on that A nostalgia car. Huh?
A mile from him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Hey, you look at that, you go from a top fuel head, and then I can't help but turn around looking, Jimmy, if you could spin right around you, and look at a set of V6 Chevrolet heads sitting there.
Yeah, those are Vinnie Barone's V6 stuff right there. So, yeah, we work on a little bit of everything. We enjoy Comp Eliminator. What we enjoy the most is we like everything that's performance-based. And when I say performance-based, the PDRA is performance-based.
Yeah.
And the problem with the fuel classes, they're becoming spec classes, and they're not performance-based anymore with all the rules and the moratoriums and whatever that they have going on there. And that's what's fun about the PDRA is they realize that rules only cost the racers money. They never save the racer money, and it's performance-based, and that's what we enjoy the most.
Oh, we sure do. Well, listen, I know you got a lot going on. You got a lot to do. I thank you for the opportunity to come in here today. I mean that sincerely. And more importantly, we thank you as PDRA for being a part of our deal, because without folks like you, we're not there, period.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, we are very excited about it. I will tell you, I have a schedule of the races that we're going to, and it's completely different than we were doing 2 years ago, and because we're really going to look at the performance-based type of racing. So that puts us with PDRA, and that's where we want to be.
You're watching PDRA TV.